Panicking solves nothing, darling. No one would be able to hear you all the way down here regardless, and it'd only hinder your progress. I don't want to leave you down here any longer than I have to. I know. This situation's strange. It takes a little getting used to. Now, I understand you won't be able to speak with that gag in your mouth, but I know you so well that I already know what questions you want to ask me. Right now, you're thinking, who are you? Where am I? And why am I here? Very logical questions, darling. That's what I love about you. Let's start with your first question. My name is Elizabeth, and I'm your stalker. I'm sure your follow-up question to that, or more accurately, a statement in the context you would present it, would be, I have a stalker? To which the obvious answer is, yes. Of course. Deep down you must have known. But no matter what I did, you always seem to find another explanation for all the strange things you've encountered over the past 9 years, I believe. 9 years, 2 months, 29 days, 11 hours, 32 minutes, and 24 seconds. In all honesty, it's quite astounding your leaps in logic you'd make. I tended to find your little rants to yourself regarding the little things I did rather humorous. You must have forgotten to latch that window. It's the only explanation. How forgetful you were, leaving the door unlocked. You don't remember leaving this book out. What happened to that favorite shirt of yours? No matter what, there was always some explanation. I'm sure your next question is, of course, why me? Well, you don't need to know the answer. If I tell you why I'm so obsessed with you, you'll surely stop doing the things I find attractive as a method of dissuading me from my goal. My goal, however, you are more than welcome to be aware of. There's nothing you could do about it anyway, but let's talk about that in a little bit. Let's talk about where you are. Well, you're in an underground bunker tied up with silk cuffs and rubber straps to the most comfortable chair you could find. I bet you're wondering why the rubber straps. Well, it's less harmful if I actually let you tug on things. If you tug on a plain strap, you'll hurt yourself. But this way, you'll only get tired from pulling. You'll never be strong enough to break the rubber, but you will tire yourself out. The bunker itself is below a wonderful home. A home that's meant to be shared between lovers. It's got a pool, hot tub, all your consoles and games from your old house, a garden you could tend to if you wished, a large kitchen with plenty of appliances, all safety proofed, of course. A library filled with the most wonderful books from around the world. Pretty much anything you could ever wish for, darling. You could live there one day, if, of course, you do one little thing for me. Love me. Love me, 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 love me more than you possibly can. It's not that complicated. No matter what they'd say, you'll never meet another me. It's not that difficult to get your head around. You'll never meet another me. You'll never, never, ever, never, ever meet another me. Is that really too much to ask? You don't even know me, but you'll learn to love me. You see, I've got a little training tape for you to listen to. In fact, I actually have several. I've got tapes for the morning, afternoon, evening, and ones to listen to as you sleep. It took me a long time to make them and put them all together, but I know they'll be worth the effort. I've done my research, you know. The combination of positive stimuli associated with me, the complete isolation, and the recordings constantly playing through the noise-canceling headphones should be able to turn you into my perfect house spouse. Loving, loyal, and completely mine. I wouldn't call it brainwashing, so to say. I prefer to refer to it as re-education. I'm hoping you only need about 8 months in here, but I have planned for you to be in here for at most 3 years. That is, if you decide to be difficult. But you wouldn't do that to me. Now, without further delay, let's start. Do try to enjoy yourself, darling. I'll be back in about 14 hours with supper. Good afternoon, darling. You look so dazed already, and it's only been 3 months of your re-education. That's absolutely wonderful, darling. You're doing so well for me. Here, as a treat, why don't you let me... So jumpy. Have you been getting enough sleep, darling? You know you'd be able to sleep much better if you didn't fight the sleeping tape so vehemently as you have been. I know. I'm always in your place. But don't you see, my dear? I am your doppelganger. I have your faith. So, love me, 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 love me more than you possibly can. I'll leave you to your time alone now. Enjoy. You're still fighting, aren't you? It's been 14 months, and you're still resisting. Maybe I've been spoiling you. All of my research up until now says that I should employ negative repercussions for less than desired results. But I can't bring myself to hurt you, darling. Please don't make me do that to you. Why are you punishing me? All I ever do is love you and spend time with you and show you affection. I read to you, I feed you, I clean you. All of this is done for you. You know that, right? That everything I'm doing is for your benefit. It's not that complicated to love me. Was your old life really so worth fighting for? You were miserable, alone. Just give in to my love. It's not that complicated, no matter what they say. You'll never meet another me. It's not that difficult to get your head around. You'll never meet another me. You'll never, 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 ever, ever meet another me. I think I'll leave you alone for a bit longer. You need some time to think. And yes, I'll just leave you alone for longer than I would. Goodbye, darling. Oh, darling. You look even happier than yesterday. I'm so glad you're finally starting to understand. Would you like to do our special vows together again? Yes, it would make me happy if we did. You remember how we do them, right? We say it at the same time, exactly. Let's do it. It's not that complicated, no matter what they say. I'll never meet another you. It's not that difficult to get my head around. I'll never meet another you. It's been 19 months by now. But I think you're finally ready to come up to the house to live with me. But just to be safe, let's stay down here for now. I'm sure you wouldn't hurt me by pretending to love me just to leave, but I want to be safe. You understand, don't you, darling? Good. Let's do our special vows again before I leave for the day. It's not that complicated. No matter what they say, I'll never meet another you. It's not that difficult to get my head around. I'll never meet another you.